All right, y'all. Here we are. We are back.
Yeah.
We hadn't planned on recording anything tonight, but goddamn,
baby,
this Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears shit, like, talk about out of left fucking field. Like,
why is Aries Spears popping so much in 2022?
I don't understand it. Like,
and it's for all the wrong reasons.
It's almost like his karma's coming back to him immediately. What the fuck?
I mean,
oh man,
so don't fuck with the big girl.
Let's get into this shit. So it is being reported, I'm sure y'all have heard, that there is an allegation, or I'm not sure if it's actually a filed court case yet, but allegations of SA to children from the hands of Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. And so when I read the headline, I was like, oh, not that, not in the hands of, allegedly. Anyway, so when I I heard the names, it didn't make sense to me. Like, why are these two together in this allegation? Like, it seems so out of left field. So I had to read. And listen, y'all, this article is long as fuck. And yeah. It's a lot. So let's just jump right into it. Do you mind?
All right.
Let me get their asses off our screen.
Bye, y'all.
All right. So this is how the article goes. It says during the childhoods, and again, they are going to call the alleged victims, because they were underage, is going to be Jane Doe and John Doe, I believe.
You think the real Jane Doe mad that everybody be using her name?
Jane. Come on, Alicia Keys. All right.
Oh, Aaliyah did too, right?
She did. Okay. During the childhoods, Jane Doe and her younger brother say they called Tiffany Haddish Auntie Tiff. The comedian had met their mother through the comedy circuit and used her to refer the siblings to her niece and nephew. But in the lawsuit filed pro se on Monday night, so it is a lawsuit, in which Jane is an anonymous plaintiff on behalf of herself and her brother, who is a minor. The siblings allege that Haddish and her fellow comic Aries Spears recruited each of them to perform inappropriate acts on camera when they were children.
What is going on?
Jane Doe is now 22. Her younger brother, John, now 15, have adopted pseudonyms due to their respective ages at the time of the allegation. Jane, who is also John's legal guardian, is the plaintiff in the lawsuit, both individually and on her minor brother's behalf. The siblings' complaint, which names Haddish and Mad TV alum Spears as defendants, centers on the two alleged incidents in which Haddish and Spears allegedly encouraged one of the siblings to perform acts on camera while underage.
What is this?
Like, that
Haddish.
That blew my mind. Like, what do you mean, children, and having them perform? You know, that seems weird to me off the cuff. Like, what's happening here? So representatives for Spears and Haddish did not respond to the Daily Beast's request for a comment. Jane was 14 years old when her alleged video shoot took place. John was 7. Their mother Their mother alleges that she and Haddish met through comedy and bonded over shared source of strife. We were both going through a divorce, the mother told the Daily Beast. A messy divorce.
Oh, 4 messy, so it's bad. It's real bad.
We just got really, really super close. According to the lawsuit, Haddish called the family for every birthday, every Christmas. The siblings' mother noted that for years, Haddish reliably checked in, whether she was on a movie set or overseas.
So was that from niceness or guilt?
That's a question. That's a question.
Why are you checking in to see if they said something yet? Allegedly.
But when was she checking in though? Was she grooming them allegedly at this point?
Oh, allegedly.
Okay, now we'll keep going. In the summer of 2013, when Jane was 14 years old, the lawsuit states that she attended a comedy camp where Haddish appeared as a guest speaker. Around that time, Haddish allegedly told the child that she found a perfect role for her very own commercial. Neither Jane nor her mother knew about what shoot would entail, according to the lawsuit. Only Haddish and Spears, who was also on hand to produce the video, are said to have known the plot. So that we'll go. Okay, let me finish reading now. And you know what? We're gonna read the gist of the article, but this thing was really, really long, and it's just when it's to stop going into major details, we'll just kind of move on. But the clip in The clip Spears and Haddish had asked Jane to watch in the recording booth alleged seemed innocuous at first, if a little strange. A group of co-eds were arguing over a Subway sandwich. I already know this is going.
Oh, come on, Jesse. Like, Subway is popping. Who eat Subway and then Subway eat fresh? Like,
oh my God, allegedly.
Allegedly. Subway is the wrong word because.
All right. So, but then, and listen, when we're cracking and we're making jokes, we're not making jokes about the situation, that's just how we are. So please, y'all get to know us. But then the co-eds began eating the sandwich in a suggestive manner from opposite ends, moaning and making noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that simulated the act of. So allegedly, we have minors on screen mimicking. I'll mark it. You scared? You scared?
Yeah, because it's minors. I don't think it's for that word.
Okay.
6
minutes. I'll just remember it. 6 minutes. We need to go back. All right.
I remember that.
All right. So
Okay. I don't want to even throw out a what if because it'll sound like I'm defending him and the fuck. Oh, sorry. I'm not. But I think these people do things in the name of comedy and think it's a joke, but
well, I'll get into my thoughts. Let's keep reading. Okay. The complaint claims that Spears told Jane to mime what she had seen on the screen, including the noises precisely like she had heard them throughout the video. The 14-year-old, who allegedly was nervous and disgusted, fell silent until Haddish returned to the room, the lawsuit claims. Haddish verbally explained what was expected of plaintiff Jane Doe and then showed plaintiff Jane Doe how to allegedly, including movements, noises, and
allegedly.
The lawsuit states at that
allegedly because he didn't finish.
At that point, Jane told the Daily Beast, "I knew 100% what they wanted out of me." The lawsuit describes Spears allegedly looking on while a physically, emotionally, and mentally uncomfortable Jane received this instructions. "I tried to mimic what they wanted me to mimic, but it came out just super uncomfortable," Jane told the Daily Beast. "I knew when I left the booth that I didn't complete what they had wanted me to do." Haddish paid Jane $100, the lawsuit claims, before sending her home. So she did all that, traumatized this child, and wasn't going to use the footage, gave her $100 and sent her ass on home.
Listen. Like,
can we? And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I don't want to blame, like parents or anything, but where were they right now?
Well, if she's been like checking in and all that stuff, you trust your child. Like if you drop your kid off at a daycare, I trust my child with who? If you drop your kid off at a daycare, you're trusting the school. If you're going to the movie set, you're meeting the people and they seem cool. Like all these kid actors.
I understand that in a school situation, but you know how people take advantage of children. Like, why would you not your minor children on a shoot with with who was supervising? Like, seriously, like this is your minor child on a movie set. Like, you wouldn't want to see what the content of what your child is filming. And again, I'm not blaming her, but I'm wondering, like, where were we at during this time?
Yeah, I don't have kids, so I can't say. But
especially because it was her alleged first one. It wasn't like she was like a known child actor. This was allegedly her first big thing, a commercial shoot.
Yeah, and again,
that seems weird.
I think it's weird, but then I look at it the other way when I've read what people said about other situations. You trust your child with whoever you give them to. You trust them with the church. You trust them with the cheerleader, the football coach. You trust them with people that you meet and you get a good rapport from. We don't know who anybody is. So I don't think it's different from me leaving you with the coach and he's a 40-year-old former jock himself and my daughter is 12 and he's the coach. I have to trust in him or not. So I don't feel like
you're almost by giving that argument, you're almost proving what my side is saying, because those are things that you should not do. We see what happened with Jerry with the cheer camp. Okay, that's not, you can't even say the legend no more because he was convicted. Mm-hmm. You see, if it was one thing if you're letting your child go on, to football practice where everyone is at and a bunch of things. It's a different thing to drop your child off to the football coach's home and then leave. You know what I mean?
Who said this was at home? This could be a movie set
what
would
I'm
have had
saying.
3,000 people on a set. So I'm feeling like my child is always protected. If I met
this wasn't a big
Haddish,
set. This wasn't a big set. We could see by the footage. This wasn't a big set.
I'm saying, but if I don't know, so if I meet Tiffany Haddish, she says I'm going to take care of your kid. You're texting me and all that stuff. I'm thinking my kid is fine. You know, a lot of times they might not know the whole script. I don't know why they weren't there, especially at that age. Now that's weird.
Or even looked at a copy of a script to even see what your child is doing, to even make sure it was something that your child would be comfortable doing. Like, having not looked at a script, I don't. It seems weird to me. I can't even defend that one way or another.
So did they say they outright didn't look at the script? So
yeah, they said that when we read it, they said they didn't know what the plot was at all. That only Spears and Aries knew. They didn't know what it was about.
Because sometimes they'll give you the script and then they'll slide stuff in, like, okay, nobody's around, let's try to make them do that at this moment. And
ain't no way to slide in some. Let me shut up. Ain't no way to slide in some over here, okay? That's a mess. At the time, Jane said she tried to shrug off what had happened. I didn't confide to my mom. I didn't confide to nobody else about how weird I felt at the moment, she said. A year later, Haddish allegedly approached the children's mother with a similar pitch. Recruiting Jane's little brother, John, for another video. Although the comedian allegedly told the family John would have been filming a sizzle reel for Nickelodeon, the suit alleges that the 7-year-old wound up starring in a video posted on Funny or Die and other online platforms titled Through a Eyes.
Okay.
Now, so
and not Funny or Die, was just a website, not a movie production.
Right.
That was the TikTok before TikTok for the funny.
Shoot.
That was
now right there. I can say that they thought they were told one thing and happened another, and clearly the older sister at that time had not told her mom what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So on this one, I can see how it could have happened, because I thought, we already done it once. It didn't work out with the first one. It just never aired, and so I don't know anything happened bad because the daughter didn't say anything. But this time they were told what it was about, and it was outright a lie. I mean, nothing was Nickelodeon about that subject. You know what I mean?
Do you see how the trauma we hold and don't even realize it's trauma? Like, the girl might have just thought this was a bad day. It messed her up, but not enough to go tell her mom or tell anybody. So inside, it was just scarring her, and
think about
triggered everything again. Like,
that happens to a lot of people because they don't know, or they don't know how to vocalize what made them uncomfortable, and maybe they thought maybe this is normal and I'm weird, or maybe this is supposed to happen and I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? And so it speaks to what children go through. It's crazy. A representative for Funny or Die told the Daily Beast in a statement, Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. We were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. It was uploaded to a site as user-generated content and was removed in 2018, immediately after being aware of its existence. 2018 is only 4 years ago. Why is this, like, why are we not hearing about this before? Even if it didn't have a lawsuit, like, why that wasn't caught by nobody? Like, the internet's the internet. Like, you can't delete shit ever, really. Like, it's no one, made a story or a post about that kind of weirdness.
Because how would they know that the kids weren't comfortable? Like, the kids film crazy scenes all the time, and we assume. So we wouldn't have known if we saw the footage that the kid was not tricked, but kind of uncomfortable in the moment. Like, think about like these kids with, like, in the grown-up movies, like what's the grandpa, like the cousin grandpa and all those kids are like 6 and 7 cussing their butts off. But
you are speaking facts. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so it's like, but if their parents know going in, but then maybe the parents don't know how bad it's going to be. Well, they might say a few naughty words, and then you get home and your kids saying,
but that's what
it's like, what?
See, but that's why I feel like you should be there as well. But okay. I didn't confide to my mom. I didn't feel, we already read that. That's just a headline. Okay. Both siblings allegedly attended the shoot, which the lawsuit claims took place in Spears' home.
Okay. We're going to pause. So you said at home earlier.
Right.
So, okay. My child at your
house.
So this is not a movie studio. This is your household. Oh, okay.
And see, I wonder if the first one was in the house too, but I don't know because it seems really, really low budget. Okay. Jane and Haddish's behavior changed once the children arrived at the home. No longer in the company of their mother. It was like a whole 180 almost. She told the Daily Beast, Tiffany had never been mean to me, never raised her voice to me until this point. According to the lawsuit, the children were separated during the shoot. Jane recalls that Haddish told her to remain on the couch downstairs while her brother's shoot took place upstairs.
Weirdo.
The Daily Beast has reviewed a recording of the video in which Haddish plays the boy's guardian and leaves him with Spears, who plays a. So this video is out here somewhere, and I mean, it's not. Okay,
well, I'm glad it's snatched because it's the topic of it. I'm glad it's snatched and all that because even if it was a comedy skit, not knowing how they felt, it just wouldn't be right.
Because they didn't give their consent. Yeah, I get you. Well,
and then, so being honest too, we saw another video. So when we're saying like low budget or we're saying things, we saw a video from apparently the same time, right? And it was probably at his house or something, and it was just very $5 foot long. Okay, so buddy, nope, $5 foot long. Nope,
sir, you did that.
Nope. Leave Jared where he at.
I can't. Okay. John spends most of the video clad only in his underwear as Spears' character leers at him through 2 holes cut in a newspaper he pretends to read. This is so cringy. During the sketch, the camera zooms in suggestively on the 7-year-old's.
Okay.
And damn. Spears sprays baby oil onto the child's back and massages it.
Okay. Wait,
there's a lot going on here. Okay, so there. I don't know why we're greasing up children.
And then it's called baby oil, and then it's a baby.
Let's just move on a little bit. By the time the video ends, the child is peering at his babysitter through a newspaper and rubbing baby oils on his own shoulders. Okay, all right.
What the?
All right. I want to get through this last part, then we can keep talking.
Glad my kids have 4 legs. I am so glad. They might do each other, but
shut up. Allegedly,
Pitbull getting up in my dog.
Shut up. When her brother came downstairs, Jane recalled he was red in the face, crying his eyes out, just bawling out in tears. And I'm immediately scared because I don't know what happened to him. When that happened, the only thing I could feel was how I felt in my video with Tiffany, Jane added later. I didn't know at the time if anything happened to him like what had happened to me, but I just felt like something wasn't right at the moment. The sibling's mother was immediately alarmed when she received a phone call from her son crying. A phone call because she wasn't there. The answer she allegedly received from Haddish. The answer she did allegedly receive from Haddish did little to reassure her. She said something to the effect of, "I don't think acting is for him," the mother recalled. And I'm like, what the F you mean acting isn't for him? My son is crying. Like, what is going on?
So, okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So now he's traumatized. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Acting isn't for him.
Okay.
See, I was about to say something so bad. I gotta watch my mouth over here. Okay. The sibling's mother allegedly spent the next week contacting Spears and asking to see the footage of her son. Spears allegedly kept repeating that it had not been edited. Eventually, the lawsuit states that Spears claimed John had been so uncooperative that the footage had been deemed unusable and subsequently deleted. So we know that's a lie because it eventually ended up on a website somewhere. And the people at the Daily Beast actually have allegedly a copy of this video. So we know that's a lie. You didn't.
The Beast be beasting. Shout out to the Dailies.
I just can't. So
this is sick. Like,
I just there's a lot more in this article, but let's get into it. So I really feel like once again, in my personal opinion, is that someone should have been there chaperoning these children, just because we know that things happen and children are taken advantage of all the time by people they trust. Sometimes they look at family first for people that are children. It's the crazy uncle allegedly, but I'm just saying sometimes when you have abuse, sometimes it's a family member. Regardless, I'm not talking about this specific situation or children in general, but sometimes it's a family member. So the way I feel is that you should not leave a child unchaperoned on a set of nobody. I don't care anywhere. It could have been a set full of people that they might have took him back to a trailer somewhere or did something else. There should be always someone with a child that is advocating for their rights. You know what I mean? That it's part of the family. If you ask me, I don't like that.
And see, I think I heard before, and don't quote me on this, but they do have like hired babysitters or hired caretakers on set. So the parents, they might not tell the parents to be there because you might distract the kids. So if I meet that person and trust them, to me, I keep throwing it back to that. it's the same as the tutor after school, the babysitter that like you just don't know, and can you be there at all times? So is a movie set different than anything else dealing with the child? If I can't be at the practice with you the whole time, do I think I should be on the set? If I meet the person, if I say, well, okay, I'm sorry, let me throw it off. So a lot of people said there was a person before the Kelly guy with Aaliyah. I can say that, right? Before R. Kelly, that
we know.
No, I just said his name, but I didn't say anything those words. But they said that they met somebody else, and then R. Kelly was then. So they trusted their child with this person. So they might have, you know, a buffer. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna say all, some of these parents have met a buffer or somebody they trust. Like they might have somebody who has the bubbly personality. Well, I'm going to protect your kids. I'm here. There. It's just how do you? So
you think Tiffany was the buffer in this situation?
No, because I don't know the details. I'm just saying maybe the parent felt comfortable. I just wouldn't leave my child in that situation on paper the way it looks. But if I met somebody and this is like, okay, this is a activity. This might be after school. You're just going on 3 hours to the set for a week. I met them. They seem cool. It looks like I didn't know there was going to be at your house. Now that part,
I get you. But my problem is when it comes to filming content that's going to be out there for the rest of your life, you don't want to know what that is. You don't want to know what somebody's filming of your child.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
Practice is something different than filming my child. That's a different.
Yeah. So I'm definitely with you. So if that's what it was, it's messed up. I'm believing. I don't know, just because Tiffany Haddish doesn't seem that way, but a lot of these people don't seem that way.
Well, I'm about to say, you don't know that anymore.
Shout out to Will Smith and Nick Cannon. This is my thing. I hate sometimes reading these stories, how everybody judges the parents, saying I would never do that, but we never know what you would do in that moment, thinking my child might be here. My child goes to Girl Scout. I don't know who, she might want to. I can't do this public stuff. It's I don't know. It's just weird. Four-legged kids are the best.
A mess. I feel like I'll how I am. I can try to look at things from both sides. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's step back and try to look at this, no matter how crazy it seems. Let's try to look at this from the side of Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. What it made it seem like when the article, at least when they were talking about the plot of the it at least made it seem like they were trying to use comedy to talk about my point of view that you shouldn't leave your kids with just anybody. That was the point behind.
Because that was the name of it, right?
Yes, it was like, don't leave your child. Yeah, I have to go back, but that was really the point of what they were trying to do. Is my whole argument in this situation. Don't just leave your kids with anywhere. So it's kind of crazy that this situation ended up being brought about by them trying to spread their message.
This is playing in my face. Right. Like this is like I'm telling you what it's gonna be, but I'm making it a joke. But it really is.
Right. And so my whole thing is, it would have been one thing. This wouldn't even be a case, a lawsuit, if you had cleared it with the parents and let them know this is what's happening. And I want to use this to bring awareness via comedy of this kind of situation. Let's sit little Billy down or little John down, and let's have a conversation about what he's about to do.
Aware.
You're an actor, and what is the difference between real life and pretend? If we have that conversation, and then as an actor, if I'm going to let my child do that
in my Tyler Perry voice,
that's something different, because we've had a conversation, we've talked about it, and it's not going to be a traumatic event because we are filming something specific for this cause. You know what I mean? Because children have to act in things all the time. We watch these movies all the time where things happen to children. We're not watching live. These are actors, right? So those kids had to have known in advance what the script was about and had to have some kind of coaching with a parent to say, this isn't real life. That's not what happened here. These kids were traumatized, running out the room crying. You know what I mean? So if they had just done this right, this wouldn't even be a thing, because I'm sure there is children out there who would have understood or could have understood and performed like we see all the time.
Yeah, because they would have.
It does. And so that's where they fucked up. I don't get it.
So
it's a lot.
Yeah. No shade to Aries Spears. I don't know you. Like him being in it, I'm not surprised because I don't know you. Tiffany being involved is what threw me off. If it would have just been him, I'd be like, oh, you nasty. And then you don't like fat people, and you don't.
Allegedly.
Or maybe you do like kids. I don't know. I think
Allegedly.
messed us up is right before we recorded, we saw the other video from around that time of him and Tiffany Haddish, and it was Bill Cosby. And
it said Bill Cosby or the Cosby Show in 2014, something like that.
And it was very. Can we pull that up because it's live?
I mean that's on his YouTube. Yeah, you want to keep talking about it? I'll pull it up.
Yeah. So seeing that definitely gave a different picture after reading it. So again, I don't have kids, so I would. It's different, but I don't know. Seeing the video beforehand threw you off, and I think that's what really has you going. It was a very, very Bill Cosby the way we know him now, and I don't think we knew this back then, right? No, like 2014. So,
I mean, the allegations were out there, but nothing.
And the funny part is, the allegations kind of blew up from Hannibal Buress. I think he might be Candy's brother. I don't know. Comedian Hannibal Gerbil. You know what they do.
Allegedly.
I didn't say who they were or what I'm talking about.
Sir, you're a mess.
What am I talking about?
But you want a sense of me.
No, I just know YouTube algorithm is algorithmic.
Okay, well, but okay, you're doing the same thing.
I'm using context clues. Like Tiffany Haddish, what is so okay, 2014, so she wasn't big either. Because the movie, the budget, it's definitely I made from my cell phone flick. And it's like this must be right.
That's what they gave too.
Yeah,
and they both look very, very like new to filming. I mean, they both looking at the screen and shit. It's like, okay, what are y'all doing?
That's why I was wondering, was it supposed to be bad? Like because you came from Mad TV, like that's a production. Like you should know what they look like. If y'all don't know who Aries Spears is, he was on Mad TV back in the 80s.
The shade.
Not
the shade in that.
No, because he's my era too. So if I'm shading y'all, I'm shading me. Shout out to Miss Swamp. No, is that rude? Well, I want to turn my camera off because my lips is ashy. Let me do that.
I'm struggling over here trying to get this video. Hold on.
There might be God telling us we don't need to play it.
No, like, that video wasn't bad.
I know. I'm just talking about in general. Like, blessing our soul.
It's on YouTube. It's not like it's.
Yeah. So, Lizzo, are you watching all this? Because I really want to know if you know what's going on. And I'm sure everybody has been atting you.
I'm sure.
I need you to send out a tweet with the word and write in it. Just make it the title and it could apply to everybody. And then say hashtag childish hoe.
I can't.
Now.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So this is him being.
Well,
this is 3 minutes, y'all.
A really nice time. You're so informative.
I bought you $44 worth of lobster. I feel like I should get a little bit in return, if you know what I mean.
What? Thank you.
Oh, you can do better.
We are reviewing this for commentary purposes.
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to pause real quick to preface this.
Fair use.
This is not involving any children whatsoever. This was just around that time, I guess, that was filmed. So we're just giving this for context. It has no children involved whatsoever.
None at all.
And we're only talking about this because of fair use and just for commentary.
Only thing that
we're researching. Is that what they say?
Yes, shout out to Michelle. The only thing that might be the same is the same iPhone used in both films.
You know what? Move along.
Let's go.
Look, Miss Cabby, I really.
I've always been known for the Jello pudding pie, and I have two, and the other one matches the drapes. The carpets match the drape.
Wait.
So creepy.
But why did he really love? Oh,
why is it putting out her lips like that? This is so stupid.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Well, thanks for the.
She looks so pretty.
Flavor.
Flavor.
I'm gonna go on it.
Have you had a pudding pop in your mouth?
Oops! You dropped your keys.
We're trying to be PG, right?
Stop. Clumsy. Whoa. Pudding pop almost.
It's gonna melt.
Right in the crack.
Okay.
No, I hate that I'm laughing. I hate that I am.
Pause.
Oh my goodness.
So, was Bill Cosby offended back in the day? What'd she say? Okay. That's a big word. But look, she looks so pretty. But okay, so where was this posted at? On YouTube or my Vidster? Like I don't understand. It feels like he's about to use that as.
It's just very suggestive. I mean, there's no actual nudity or anything in this video, so
yeah.
All right,
but have you had a pudding pop? Like, why was he so adamant about pudding pops? Was he affiliate marketing? I don't understand.
No, you talking about Bill Cosby? The original?
like I knew it was a thing, but I didn't.
No, he had a whole Jello contract.
Well,
no, I'm serious. Like he had like marketing, like remember the Jello? He used to have like commercials and shit. That's what makes it so creepy.
Was it milk?
What milk? I don't understand the question.
That's okay. You know what?
Oh, your house. I don't mind a little bit of mess. I like it to have a little stench to it, kind of like chitlins and cabbage.
All right.
I am
Thank you so much.
Not him being Nick Cannon changing pH balances.
Thank you so much.
Allegedly.
Okay, Mr. Cosby, thank you. The lobster was delicious.
Oh.
You are about to meet the Cosby.
Oh.
This is so like the acting is so bad.
Mr. Cosby, there's some wine in the cabinet just to the left. Yeah, the red wine. Get that.
So nice.
She does. Even though she's trash for this. Well, not for this, for the other stuff. That's so dumb.
Mr. Cosby.
Wait, not. Oh, wait. Okay. Did y'all sanitize that?
You all right in there, Mr. Cosby?
Not on Aries.
Hold on for a second.
Mr. Cosby.
Put it in her mouth. Okay. What? Oops, I didn't mean to say what there. Did that. All right, sorry.
What is going on? Like she's acting because she looks terrified. Now, what if she really didn't know he was going to do that? What if he said we're just doing a Cosby skit and then he just put it?
Well, then shout out to her for keeping in character because that would have drew me the fuck off. I'd be like, cut. What's happening here?
So what? Okay, so we just jumping all over. So they say you lose the moment if, like in Martin, if he does something wild, you're not supposed to break character. You're supposed to just kind of go with it. Do you think you could do that if you were her and this was out of script, or would you be like?
I think so. If that was my job is acting, you have to be. That's improv. You have to be ready for anything. Yeah, you might crack a little smile, but you got to keep going with it. If we improv, because you never know. It may go somewhere that may not make a final cut, but it could go somewhere that be golden. So as an actor or actress, you have to keep going.
See, I'm too goofy. I am too goofy. I couldn't help it. But I would have my mommy on set with me if I was young.
This is what I've been trying to tell you, baby. Can I call you Rudy?
Oh my God.
Vanessa or Claire, Sandra,
you went to the
even Lisa Bonet, who I once banged behind craft services over a bowl full of apples and jujubes.
What?
That isn't tasty, but it's caviar.
Don't talk. Just listen.
I think this is an
Come on, Josie.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Okay.
Smells like the chicken curry you ate with
Wait.
This is so bad. Oh my God.
It's just on purpose because it's funny because it's bad, but it's like I don't know what this. Maybe just because it was on Funny or Die, and those were like spoofs, right? Like,
to me, this is very off-brand and just very like it's that dark kind of humor. I don't mind this. I'm a dark humor kind of guy, but I wouldn't be okay with the kids if they didn't knowing that they didn't know. I would not be okay with
that. So seeing this by itself is different, knowing what I guess the same time frame. Maybe it was the same people, and
it's only like a minute or so left.
In your mouth.
Or 30 seconds.
Oh, smell beets. Oh, is that buttered rolls? Stop crying. Yes, I might even call you Elvin. Not that I'm into boys, but you look like an Elvin.
No, we never heard that rumor, right?
Jab it in your throat. You David.
Just dumb.
I am done. Yeah, this is weird. Like,
I don't know what to say.
Tiffany, listen, I know Adrian, who was at the baseball game, is laughing. I don't know if y'all saw Adrian.
You talk about Adrian.
Go to one of our social medias. Tiffany was at Tiffany was at a game, and her number one fan was there and wanted her attention. And okay, that's another comedy situation. So she was having fun, but she was annoyed at the same time. So some people said she was rude as hell. Some people said she was having fun with it. I know you thought she was having fun with it. That was funny
as hell to me. And she was smiling a lot with her. So even though if it started from a place of annoying, she was enjoying what she was, calling her out on the spot, turning the tables on her. It wasn't. I didn't mind it at all. I didn't feel like that was bullying, harassing, or anything. She was just having
fun.
I
don't think it was bullying her out. I think she was just irritated. I think it was all the above. She's a comedian, and you irritated her, and she just went on. And she might have been tipsy a little bit too, but I don't think she was trying to disrespect her or you're dissing your fans. No, because I'm the type that I'm old school. So if I see, shout out, I throw them all in. If I see T-Boz from TLC, I'm not gonna say hey T-Boz. I'm gonna say hey Tion. And I thought because I'm a fan, I could do that. Then I hear celebrities say, "No, that's weird as fuck." They say, "Don't call me by my government.
You don't know her like that."
Stage,
right?
But I want you to know that I'm a fan and not a Fairweather fan. So I got to let you know that I know your first name, your middle name, your last name, your address, what day you were born, where you were born at. I got to know.
That's like me. You know how and I don't care what y'all say. I am a fan of Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. That's like me walking up to her and say, "Hey, Tanitra." Like, I don't know her like that. And that's probably what her family, that's what her friends call her. That's what they know her as, is Tanitra. We know her by her stage name, her middle name, Michelle.
But I want you to know that I rock with you, and I don't look at you as Michelle from Destiny's Child. I look at you, Tanitra.
No, you don't know her like that. You don't. That's like somebody that. What if somebody that watches is seen our TikToks and stuff, and they walk up to us on the street and calls by our government first name? You would feel fucking weird. Like, what is that?
Okay,
like, I don't know you.
That's where I wouldn't. Yeah, but that's why you carry mace.
You stupid.
Shout out to Diddy. Take that. Take it.
You're an idiot. Are we done here? We gotta move on.
Yes. So we'll get more details about this. I'm sure.
Because this is breaking just now.
Tiffany will have to come out and defend herself. Aries Spears, it's to you. Lizzo, a remix. Throw it in there. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Until next
Jello
time.
Pudding Pops.
Hit up the comments, y'all, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, on all media platforms.
All media. We are there. All right, y'all.
Yeah. Bye.